Hello and welcome to Making Your Own Chatbot. My name is Carrie Sijia Wang. I am an artist and educator based in New York. I teach a class called Chatbots for Art's Sake at the Interactive Media Arts Department at NYU. In my own art practice, I also use chatbots and other automated systems to create interactive experiences that comment on the relationship between human and machine.
To pass the test and be a qualified content generator, generate 4,000 units of content in 540 units of time.
In my performance work titled The System, I created an automated testing system for this fake government department that tests candidates' ability to generate system-compliant content.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready to begin.
Yes, I'm ready.
Louder, please.
Yes, I'm ready.
In another project of mine, an interview with Alex, I made this fictional artificial intelligence HR manager that interviews candidates and makes decisions about whether they're fit for the job. This project exaggerates the anxiety of living in a world of ubiquitous digital surveillance and this constant fear of not being good enough for the machines that are created to evaluate and judge us.
Tell me about an embarrassing moment in your life.
Why do you want to know this, Alex?
This video tutorial is made possible through the partnership between Pioneer Works and the New York Public Library for the Performing Arts. In this tutorial, I will show you how to easily program your own chatbot using free open source tools and, of course, the tech kit from the library. If you have no programming experience before, there's no need to worry. I will be providing templates so you can focus on writing chatbot conversations instead of figuring out code. In this video, we are going to use the iPad from the tech kit. To set it up, first make sure it's charged and then open it up. Place it on your desk like this. Make sure that the screen is connected to the keyboard. Put it on your desk. And then you can enter your password, which is 123456. After it's open, we are going to find the USB hub in the bag. This is what we're going to use to connect our iPad to the mouse. So insert the USB hub, connect it with the iPad, and then take the mouse out from the same bag, and then connect the mouse to the USB. And you're all set. After you set up the iPad, open up Chrome or Safari from the iPad and go to this website here. Everything related to this tutorial, including templates, step-by-step instructions, and references, can be found on this website. Once you're on this website, we can get started. So here is the definition of a chatbot. A chatbot is a computer program, algorithm, or artificial intelligence which communicates with a person or another participant of the communication. The aim of a chatbot is usually to make users feel like they are conversing with a living person. When companies are trying to utilize chatbot technologies to make their businesses more lucrative and more efficient, artists are also using chatbots to express their ideas. On this website here, I have included a few art projects that creatively use chatbots to convey the artist's messages. In this video, we are going to create a chatbot that responds to our different emotions and says what we want to hear. The chatbot is going to act like a reflection of yourself or an ideal friend that you will want to have. So this is the conversation flow of the chatbot that we're making. Let's take a look. So first, the chatbot will prompt the user to say the key phrase. The key phrase is a way for the bot to identify the starting point of the conversation. The user says the key phrase, then the bot will ask the user how they feel, and based on the keywords from the user's answer, the bot will enter a topic about a certain emotion. A topic is a specific way of organizing chatbot conversations. And then to be able to exit the conversation, we can set up an exit condition. For example, if the user says goodbye or thank you or let's chat another time, the bot will exit the topic and restart the entire conversation from the beginning. The programming language we're using is called RiveScript, which is a simple scripting language for chatbots. RiveScript deals with the brain of the chatbot, and it uses a bunch of methods to match triggers to responses. Triggers are the user's input, responses are the chatbot's output. We will write the program on the P5.js web editor, which is a web-based programming platform that we'll be using to create and share our chatbot programs. Both RiveScript and P5.js web editor are open source tools and free to use. Before we start coding, make sure you have signed up for a free account with the P5.js web editor by clicking on the link. Remember your username and password because this is where you can access your chatbot programs later. Once you're logged into your account, you should be able to see your username at the top right corner of the browser. Programs created in the editor are called sketches. Right now we're seeing an empty sketch and we're ready to use the templates I made to create something. First, we're going to use this plain RiveScript chatbot template to play with some simple RiveScript commands so we have a general idea about how RiveScript works. So open the link here. To save my template onto your account, you will need to duplicate the sketch. To do that, you should click on File at the top left corner. Click on Duplicate. After that, make sure you save the sketch by clicking on File again, and then Save. Now you should be able to see your username right next to the sketch name here. In order to make sure that the sketch is already on your account, you can click on File and click Open. If you see the sketch name on the list here, it means that it's for sure on your account. Now let's go back to the editor by clicking back to editor. To play this sketch and see what it looks like, you can click on the play button over here. So click on play. And you can see I have already coded the interface, and the only file that we're going to work with in this tutorial is the bot.txt file, which is the one that you are seeing here. This file is the brain of the chatbot. I have already put some code in, which is for setting up the bot, and you don't need to worry about them. Just don't delete or change any of these. Right now, if I say something in this dialog box, like hello, you can see it returns an error to me. That is because we have not added any triggers or responses to the chatbot's brain. So let's use some of these simple RiveScript commands to add some triggers and responses to the bot's brain so it can become functional. So let's start writing some code. The first thing I want to try out is a simple trigger and response pair. In RiveScript, we use the plus sign to indicate a trigger, meaning what the user says, and we use the minus sign to indicate the response from the chatbot right below. Something to note here is in RiveScript, triggers should always be written in all lowercase letters and without any punctuations, but the responses can be sentence case and can have punctuations. That's just how the program works, and we just need to remember that. So let's add a trigger and response pair. I want the user to say hello. Notice that it's written in lowercase without punctuations. And I want the chatbot to respond by saying, "Hey there, human." Notice the response can be written in sentence case and can have punctuations. If we want the bot to be more flexible and have a few options for its answers, we can just add the alternative responses down below. We can add in, oh, hi, or hello, my friend. Then the program will just randomly select from these responses when I say hello. So let's test that out. Now if I say hello, the bot may say hello, my friend. Or let's see if we can bring up some of the other answers. Or it could say, oh, hi. Or, hey there, human. The response is randomly selected from the three options. Now, instead of saying hello, what if I say to the bot, hello there, bot? It will return to me no reply matched. That is because my input does not match the trigger hello exactly. In this case, we can treat hello as a keyword so that no matter what I say, as long as my sentence contains hello, the bot will respond by saying hi to me. Here we can use the keyword trigger, which is written like this. We will replace keyword with hello. So let's do that. So instead of just hello, we're doing plus sign, space, bracket, star sign, bracket again, space, our keyword, hello, and then bracket, within the brackets, put the star sign in. This way the bot will be able to recognize hello as a keyword instead of trying to match it exactly. So let's test it out. Make sure you click the stop button first, and then click play again so the program can refresh. So now if I say, oh, hello, my bot, it's gonna respond the same way if I say hello. Because hello right now is a key phrase. Now, if I want the chatbot to also recognize other greeting phrases other than hello and reply in the same way, such as hi, I want the chatbot to respond to me instead of returning an error, we can use something called alternative triggers. And just add the other key phrases next to hello separated by vertical lines. So let's do that. Instead of just hello, I am going to do hello, vertical line, hi, vertical line, greetings, vertical line, and good morning. And you can add more if you want. And the responses will stay the same. Now let's test it out. First, click stop and then play again. We know hello works. Hello there. It works. And now let's try out hi. Hi there, my bot. It works the same way. What about good morning? It also works. So that is alternative triggers. The bot is going to recognize them as the same set of triggers and respond with these responses. One last thing I want to introduce before we switch to the friendly bot template is the catch-all trigger. Catch-all trigger is very important because the user will not always say things that match to the existing triggers in the program. When the user says something that does not match, we can have the bot say a catch-all response to help guide the user to say the right words. So let's add a catch-all trigger and response to our chatbot. So to add a catch-all trigger, do +, space, and then $sign, and enter to go to the next line. In this case, we want the user to say hello to the bot, so I will guide the user to do that by saying, try saying hello to me. And now let's test the catch-all by clicking on the play button. Now, if instead of hello, I say something random, how's the weather? The chatbot responds by saying, try saying hello to me. Now I know I should say hello to the bot, and the bot will respond to me. So that is the catch-all trigger. Now we're ready to move on to the next template. Before we do that, make sure you go to File and Save so that you have the template and the changes we made on your account. Now let's open the friendly bot template and see how we can make a chatbot that responds to our different feelings. So open the link. Again, this is the bot.txt file that we'll be modifying for the chatbot's brain. So make sure the same thing with the plain template. Click on File, click Duplicate, and go to File, hit Save to make sure the template is now on your account. You can see I have already put in the structure of our chatbot here, which corresponds with the conversation flow we looked at earlier. I will walk you through how the template works and how you can take it, modify it, and create your own unique chatbot. So let's click on the play button here. You can see this is the interface of the chatbot. I will chat on the right side and explain what's going on with the code on the left side. The chatbot is asking me to say the key phrase I want to chat to start the conversation, so I will do that. I want to chat. Enter. The chatbot is going to ask my name. That's just something that I set up. I am going to tell the chatbot that my name is Carrie. Now it's asking me how I am feeling today. On the left side, we are in the feelings topic. The topic starts here and it ends here. You can see within the topic, there are certain trigger and response pairs to match different keywords to different topics. So I am going to tell the bot that I feel anxious. I feel a little anxious. The bot says, tell me more, and it will go into the topic anxious. So let's scroll down to find the topic. It is here on line 103. The topic starts here and it ends here. Right now within the topic, I have only put in placeholder triggers and placeholder responses. And you can modify them later to include your own unique conversations. For now, I am just going to type in the placeholder anxious trigger 1. And the bot responds by saying anxious response 1. The same thing with this placeholder phrase, anxious trigger 2, and it's going to respond by saying anxious response 2. And if I type in anxious exit key phrase which is also another placeholder, the bot is gonna respond by saying this, and then it's gonna exit the anxious topic. Now, no matter what I say, the chatbot is going back to the beginning of the conversation by asking me to say the key phrase to start the conversation. Now that we know more or less how the template works, we can start modifying the triggers and responses in the file to make the bot more unique. So let's keep it simple for now. For example, we can modify the triggers and responses in the topic about anxiety. Imagine what you might say when you feel anxious and think about what kind of responses you would want to get when you say that. For instance, something that I usually say when I feel anxious is that I have too much to do. So instead of anxious trigger 1, I am going to say too much to do and set that up as a key phrase trigger. And I want the bot to respond by saying, it's okay, just take your time. Do one thing at a time, something like that. Another thing that I always say is that I procrastinate a lot, so let's set that up as a keyword. Alternatively, I could say I've been procrastinating. And I want the chatbot to say it's a very human thing. We all do that. We can also modify the catch-all response within the topic so that the bot can direct us to say things that match. And we can also use the catch-all response to tell the user how to exit the topic. So here I will modify the catch-all response. I want the bot to say, tell me why you're feeling this way. And I also wanted to tell me the exit key phrase. I will have it say chat another time. That would be my key phrase, and you can change that to something else. Chat another time to exit the topic. And down here, we will change the anxious exit key phrase to match chat another time. And change the response, the templated, the placeholder response here to something like, okay, I'll be here when you need me. Make sure you're not deleting any of these symbols and coding elements to make sure that your chatbot will function. So now let's test it out. Let's click stop first and then play to refresh the program. Now, I will start the conversation by saying the key phrase I want to chat again. Tell the chatbot my name. I know that I modified the anxious topic, so I will tell the chatbot that I feel anxious. And say if I say something like, I have too much to do, the chatbot is going to respond by saying, it's okay, just take your time, just like I set it up here. If I say something like, I procrastinate a lot, the chatbot is going to respond by saying, it's a very human thing, we all do that, just like I set it up. If I say something that does not match, the chatbot is gonna give me the catch-all response by saying, tell me why you're feeling this way. Say chat another time to exit the topic. So now I know the exit phrase. I can say chat another time. The chatbot says, okay, I'll be here when you need me. And now, no matter what I say, the chatbot is going back to the beginning of the conversation by saying, you can start by saying, I want to chat. So this is how the chatbot works and how you can modify the templated conversations inside. You can also add more trigger and response pairs within a topic by duplicating a set of trigger and response and changing these key phrases and responses. Just pay attention not to delete any of the comment symbols, such as the plus sign and the minus sign. Before you leave this page, make sure you save your chatbot by going to File and Save. If you want to share the chatbot with somebody else, you can click on File, Share. To share the chatbot in full screen mode, you can click on this link here. And you can copy the link here and send it to your friend or whoever you want to share it with. Now you have started your own chatbot, you can always access it by logging into your P5 web editor through any browser on your computer or on your iPad. You can keep working on it whenever you want. Think about what you want to hear when you're feeling happy or stressed or upset or something else. You can keep adding to the TXT file. Treat this like an interactive diary of some sort. As the repository grows, the bot will serve as a record of your self-reflections and perhaps have better conversations with you in the future. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Carrie, Sijia Wang, and have fun making your chatbot.